Imagine a world where every word you spoke could be a matter of life and death. A world where the air itself seemed heavy with the weight of unspoken threats, and silence was often safer than honesty. In this world, even a careless whisper could change your fate forever. Here, a single word could cost you your face, literally. The fear of speaking out was not just paranoia, it was a daily reality woven into the very fabric of society. Welcome to the Assyrian Empire, around 1076 BCE, a civilization that rose to power in the heart of Mesopotamia, where the Tigris and Euphrates rivers carved out a cradle for one of history's most formidable empires. This wasn't just a civilization of grand palaces, mighty armies, and legendary kings. Beneath the surface, it was a society governed by a brutal and unforgiving legal system, where the law was enforced with a severity that echoed through every street and household. Insulting someone of higher rank wasn't just a social misstep, it was a crime with horrifying consequences. The punishment? Having your lips cut off, a state-sanctioned act of mutilation that left a permanent mark, both physically and psychologically. This was not a hidden punishment, but a public warning to all. This law was a constant, chilling reminder of one's place in society. It reinforced a rigid social order, where everyone knew their rank, and the price of overstepping it. The hierarchy was not just respected, it was enforced with blood and fear. The punishment wasn't just personal humiliation, it was a public spectacle. Crowds would gather to witness the sentence carried out, the act serving as a living message from the state. Defiance would not be tolerated. The suffering of one became a lesson for all. In Assyria, the concept of freedom of speech was utterly foreign. The state demanded absolute deference, and the king's word was law. To question authority, even with a whisper, was to risk everything. The act of slicing away lips was more than just a punishment, it was a symbol. It showed the state's absolute control over communication, silencing dissent not just for the individual, but for the entire community. This gruesome law reveals a society obsessed with hierarchy and control, maintained through fear and violence. In the Assyrian Empire, the law was not just written in stone, it was written in blood, and everyone knew the price of speaking out. Who risked this horrific punishment? In the shadow of the mighty Assyrian Empire, not everyone was equal before the law. The threat of mutilation, especially the severing of a lip, loomed over certain groups far more than others. But who exactly bore the brunt of this brutal justice? The answer is clear. The lower classes, slaves, laborers, and women, were the most vulnerable. These were the people who toiled in the fields, built the grand palaces, and served in the homes of the elite. Their lives were marked by hardship, and the law offered them little protection. The law was a shield for the powerful, and a weapon against the powerless.